Hello everyone, today I'm going to be talking on the topic electoral malpractices. So, the future of a democracy and the destiny of a country lies in the way we elect our leaders. So, if the democracy is accepted as the form of for the people, by the people, and of the people, this only be possible when the electorates are given free hand to exercise their voting rights without any correction. So, it is in our hands to elect the leaders and they judge us. We have to check the laws to check the electoral malpractices in the form of Representation of People Act in 1951 and Election Conduct Code of Conduct. So successful implementation of these acts and codes have remain elusive spite of best efforts of the Election Commission of India. So the main reasons for the malpractices in India include the money power. So the use of money starts from the distribution of tickets by the political parties. So most of the parties will ignore the personal qualities of prospective candidates. They use the influence of their money in order to win the elections. So the importance is given to candidates who can contribute maximum power to the party corpus and who has fat money bank balance. So they mostly tend to win the elections because they have fat money balance and they use their money power in order to win the elections. So another reason would include the route base. So in some states, most of the candidates spent many times above the expenditure specified in People's Representation Act. So both wise agents are appointed to purchase the floating votes. So per budget is 500 to 1000 and the cost of rupees are spent few days before the poll date. The impact of money on election is so great that one cannot dream of becoming a political leader unless he has adequate funds to purchase votes in order to win. So the main malpractices would include money balance and hierarchical family positions and fat bank balance. Political parties in their struggle to capture uh, power ignore public morality. Political parties encourage candidates using the money power and even allocate party funds to the candidates. So money power mainly plays a very big role, and also hierarchical situations like the father is already in the position and and automatically the position next position who's ready to compete, his first preference is given to their son or the daughter compared to others. So fair choice is not played in election. So another main reason for electoral malpractices could be muscle power. The use of muscle power in elections has become one of the biggest challenges. Muscle power dictates the action of candidates and parties, forcing people against voting freely. The armed groups in invigilation remain powerless. So money power is also a biggest reason in electoral malpractices. People tend to use muscle power and at times election related violence erupted where muscle power is employed freely. So muscle power creates corruption and also violence at times. It creates a very big violence to people and it fight breaks at most times. So some political parties have forgotten political ethics and have openly took support from banned armed groups. So political parties have forgotten that political ethics, they don't follow ethics and they use the influence of and they take support from banned armed groups in order to win the elections. They take the support of banned armed groups in order to win the election. They ask for support, which in turn creates violence and fight breaks out and at times and it's like a big mess at times. So people don't follow ethics. Media. So another reason for electoral malpractices could be media. So media is supposed to play a neutral role in election. So media always plays a neutral role. It's supposed to play a neutral role. That is the main role of media, but they don't play at times. Media is supposed to play a very very good role in democratical society. So, but sometimes wrong projection of images of parties or candidates create which like destroys political or democratical principles. Wrong projection or wrong portrayal of parties or candidates could be at times like misquoting, misreporting, publication of misleading news and views are some malpractices committed by media persons. So, like these are like done mainly by media persons because they tend to like misquote, misreport, public projection, wrong projection of misleading of views of malpractices created by media persons could be like one of the main reasons for electoral malpractices. So remedial issues, so remedial measures, what can be done? So far we have like seen what is like the main reason for electoral malpractices, which are like money power, bank balance, and like which are like money power, muscle power, and media. Money power, muscle power, and media, and also rootways at times, and also family situation, family background. If they come from a very good family, like the families are like already in the position, so support is given automatically to the children. So, what are the remedial measures? What can be done in order to like prevent the electoral malpractices are like few listed. So I will like tell you something. As long as the electoral malpractices continue, the democratic will be never be like government of the people and wishes to remain a distant dream. So as long as electoral malpractices prevails in India, the like the people, what people wishes from the government is always like a distant dream. It will always remain a distant dream, and people would never be able to achieve what they want from the government, and government also wouldn't be able to fulfill what people wants. So as long as like electoral malpractices prevails, it is always a distant thing. So what we have to do in order to prevent electoral malpractice can be public awareness of the democratic rights. Each and everyone in the society must be aware of the democratical rights. So most of the people in India are like not really responsible and not aware of the democratical rights. So they have to be like completely made aware of the democratical rights, so that they can also ensure that democratical rights are followed and electoral malpractice doesn't happen. And also public awareness of the voters must be aware of the public awareness. They have to be aware, they have to know the rules, and voters have to act individually and collectively to protect their democratical rights. So each and every citizen has their own right, and they have to act in order to like protect the democratical rights. In otherwise it would be like misled, and electoral malpractice can easily happen in India as long as voters don't have the knowledge of their democratical rights and they don't act individually. Electoral malpractices will continue. So these are like the few steps that we have to follow from our end, so that electoral malpractices can be reduced to some extent. So that is the reasons, and we have like few remedial issues. So these are like about electoral malpractices, and the reason for electoral malpractices are muscle power, money power, and media, and few remedial issues and measures that we can do from our end. So thank you. So this is all about electoral malpractices. Thank you.